Well, we're here at Wat Si Kan. Lex's cousin actually lives here at the temple grounds. It's actually pretty cool. It's a beautiful little temple. Her cousin assists with like all the funeral arrangements, making flowers, assisting with like the burning of the body, the ceremonial stuff with the monks, anything that has to do with funerals here at the temple. Her cousin assists with it, and they pay for her rent. She lives rent free here. They pay her, and look, rent free, and pays you to do the funeral services. That's a win. I think that's cool. Yeah, it's not far from the Don Mueang International and Domestic Airport. It's pretty cool. I'll show you the temple grounds. I won't show you inside their home just out of respect for her cousins, and I just don't want to disrespect them in filming inside their house without permission. But we'll show you around the temple. I'll show you how beautiful the temple is. Yeah, I think it's dope what her cousin does. Like, that's really cool. You know, you live rent free and you get paid. Wow, that's a win. Like, if that's not a win, then I don't know what's a win. This is Lex's little nephew. He's a cutie. Ain't he a little cutie? He's so cool. Him and Sophia like click. They're like, I don't know what we could compare. Best friends, you know, very close cousins. Like, as soon as they saw each other, they were like, boom, they knew what's up. Like, when you see that other, when you see that cousin that you get along with so well, and you see each other, and it's just like, boom, right there. That's how these two are. Even before we got here, Sophia was talking about him. The little kid, the little chubby kid with the big cheeks. She's describing him to me. It was so cool. It just showed how excited she was to see him and how cool they are with each other, you know what I mean? And they're both around the same age, so I get happy to see my daughter get along with her cousins and have fun because, when I was younger, my mom's sister, I was close with her cousins, and we still are, to some certain extent. I don't see them all the time how I used to, but, we grew up having fun, going to each other's houses, having, doing things. My aunt used to take us places. My mom used to take my cousins with us places. My grandma used to. My grandpa, we got along pretty well growing up, and I grew up pretty close to my cousins, and it's pretty rad, and I think it's cool that my little daughter she's having her little fun like that too. I think it's cool. It's a beautiful thing. Being close to your family is actually a very beautiful thing. Look at these two. Little chubby ones.
Chubby.
And they're so cute together.
They look alike. When Sophia hit egg, she look like this too.
Yeah. They almost have the same similar features too, which is really cute. You could totally tell that they're related. So this is the temple where her cousin works at and does arrangements. Back there, we won't film where they do all the arrangements just because out of respect for the dead and just because it's frowned upon over here if you do stuff like that. Just like as it probably would be back home where you're from, maybe. I don't know, depending where you're from. It's just out of respect, you know what I mean? You don't want to disrespect the dead and the families and all that, people involved with that. But we'll show you the temple because the temple is worth seeing. Because it is Thailand, and Thailand's home to, in my opinion, the most beautiful temples in the world. Look at you two, living the life with a beautiful view. A life of luxury, in my opinion. Looks like they're building, a lot of neighborhoods have these, what I call it, I don't know what the real name of it, but they're like gates. They're like entries to like neighborhoods, and they usually have like a saying of, I think, the name of the neighborhood and all that. I think they're building another, like over there they're repairing one. But yeah, this is the temple grounds. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful temple. I really dig. I think these are guardians, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. I have to do my research again, but yeah, I'll ask Lek. But yeah, I think these are the guardians for sure. They're guardians. I forget which each one represents. It is beautiful. stunning. Another word to describe all this. And there are monks walking around, but I don't really want to film them, just out of respect for them. I know some don't like to be filmed, and I know it's frowned upon with some people. I like to break rules here and there, but there's some rules I don't like to break. And I like to respect people because I like to be respected. Occasionally you might see me do some stupid shit, but hey, those things are petty things. These are things of meaning. You don't want to disrespect people, you know what I mean? This is people's heritage. This is people's lives. A lot of people take this stuff seriously here. You don't ever disrespect Buddha in the temples here. It's one thing you don't. It's the one thing you don't want to do here. Look at this gorgeous door. Imagine having this door as to your home. Look at that. Wow. And what I noticed with a lot of these temples, like some of the doors, the windows, a lot of things have stories to them. Some of the stories I don't know, because I don't know a whole lot about Buddhism and Buddha in general, but they all have like a meaning. Just like when you go to Catholic churches, a lot of the ones in Europe, you'll see like the Stations of the Cross on some of them, like in Milan. They got the Stations of the Cross on the doors to the Cathedral of Milan over there. A lot of these doors have stories as well, and the windows, which is pretty cool, man. Like I said, I'm not a religious guy. I've said it before, but I can respect this. This is like, to me, some art. This is art. I've always digged the roof tops of all these temples. I think it's so cool. I'm not sure, I don't think they're buried here, but I'm pretty sure this is like the memorial for some of the people that passed away. Maybe some important figures around the neighborhood, the country, the city. Just maybe family to the temple. Looks like it's all tribute to them. They just got their photos, you know, as you would see in most grave sites. Year born, date died. And they got a beautiful Buddha, right? I think the Buddha probably represents maybe the day they were born, because I'm the reclining Buddha, myself and my wife. So maybe it has something to do with that as well. I know Gan is that one right there. I think the jade, I think that's what it is. Like I said, I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not like, been slowly reading up and getting better at understanding it. It took me like 6 years to get more into it, but it's pretty cool. It's interesting world, man. I dig it. In order to judge a religion or a belief or whatever, you gotta learn about it. You gotta read about it. You gotta engage into it, because you can't. It's just like same thing with music. You can't talk shit. You can't say things about things you don't say negative things about, stuff that you don't know anything about. It's like me. I don't like the band Metallica, for example. Far topic from this stuff, but I know all the people are like, you know all the beats, the lyrics. Well, to not like something, you got to study something. Don't like them, you know. I don't like certain foods. I've tried different curries. From different parts of the world. Not really into curry. I will say I like Thai curry and I like curry from Myanmar. I've tried curry from there and that was actually not bad at all. So things like that, you know what I mean? So I'm learning more about Buddhism and all that. And so far I think it's probably the more reputable. I think it's just, I don't know. I can get into it more than Catholicism and Christianity and all that. It's just what I believe in, I guess. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Like here, there's more memorials of people who passed on. They got their stones. You got another guardian right here. I'm not going to step into this area because I don't know if I'm allowed to. Just out of respect as well. But along this wall as well, you'll see all these like gold, copper-looking stones. Those are all people as well. Oop. I don't know if he wants to be on camera. Sorry about that. I wish I could show you more in there. They got some really cool sculptures, more memorials, but the monk that was cleaning up out here purposely closed these gates. It's like they're cleaning up and just, you know, tidying up around here. Yeah. This is the temple grounds. Just wanted to show everybody this temple. I'll drop a link in the description of where it's at. Come check it out. Lex Cousins lives here. Like I said, they work for the temple and they help provide like the funeral services and with the flowers, organizing the whole process of like when they burn the body and having the monks get involved and doing prayer sessions and all that stuff. And my son partaked in some of it when his uncle passed away, and then last year when his aunt passed away. And it's a beautiful ceremony. Like it's just a way of honoring and respecting the person's life, and they do a very beautiful job when it comes to it here. I feel like in the Western world it's really sad and just it's a lot of crying, and I'm sure there's a lot of that here too, but it's a lot of honor and respect towards the person here, and it's a more different feeling to it from the pictures and the videos I've seen. And like, I don't know, I dig it. I think it's really cool. It's a beautiful thing, and it's different from the Western world for sure. Yeah, man. Hope you enjoyed this temple as much as I did. I feel a lot of peace here. Every time I come to these temples, I feel very peaceful. Ever since I started coming to Southeast Asia in general, I've got a lot of peace in myself. I'm always on the edge and upset when I'm in the Western world, and it's just like, just always in a cranky mood when I'm out there, because it's so chaotic and fast-paced, and everyone has a chip on their shoulder, and it's just like, when you come to places like this, tranquility, peace, it's beautiful, man. I don't know. There's something about it. Something about it that makes me happy. Get a good energy, good feel from it.
Red soda, something sweet, red, something like that.
Bring gifts to the Titan.
Yeah, bring gift. This is people get lotto and just do the color. See, this color look new. See.
Yeah. Oh, somebody won the lotto and they paid for this and brought it here.
Yeah.
So pretty much, if you pray and ask for things, you come and you pray to them, and I guess you hope for good stuff to happen in your life. They're titans, and so they have them in movies too. Some of the TV shows and movies I see like watching, they'll show them inside some of these movies and television shows. They're pretty cool. I think they're beautiful. Now I understand what they are. Maybe someone out there can give another explanation of them. Like, I pretty much summarized what they are to me, so I understand what they are then. That's why I just told you right now. So think it's cool. I heard they're also guardians as well. So, and they bring good fortune, good luck. You come pray to them, you bring them gifts, and with hopes that your dreams come true, you know? Don't walk in the puddle, baby.
When people ask for something, right, it don't mean you just ask and just lay, not do anything. You have to do good with your life too. Like, you know, I don't know how to explain, but like.
Family does a lot. Her cousin here does a lot of things with the temples and with this specific temple, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it's just kind of sad that they're surrounded by. The sound of motorbikes here in Thailand. No, I just think it's sad that they're around death all the time, but you know, maybe they bring some good fortune, maybe it makes them happy, you know. You never know what makes other people happy. And one thing I did learn today, it's pretty sad, is right now there's two services going on right now. One specific, I don't know what the other one, but the one is for a 25-year-old police officer. He died of a heart attack. 25 years old. That's sad. That really hit me today. Kind of brought me down a little bit. And this is where I'll end this temple video. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to show you guys a cool temple here. I'll try my best to show you as much as I can before I leave Thailand. And when I get back to the States, maybe we'll go see some cathedrals and some Catholic churches and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like I said, a religious guy or anything, but I like seeing these places just because there's a lot of beautiful art, there's a lot of history, a lot of stories, and I like to check them out, man. It just strikes my interest, and even though I listen to diabolical music, it still catches my interest. So thank you, and you guys have a great day, great night, great morning, whatever time it is where you're at. Be kind, stay positive. You only have one life.